Hi there, hello. Welcome to TMI. Today we'll be looking at Warhammer 40,000 Speed Freaks and giving you my impressions of the game in 10 minutes or less. This game is kind of Warhammer meets Demolition Derby with both attrition and capture the flag type game modes. You drive around in one of 8 available iconic Orc vehicles from the Warhammer 40k universe, like the Shock Jump Dragster, the Rook Truck Squig Buggy, and even the Grot Megatank, all while firing copious amounts of Dakka at the opposing Orc team and going bloody fast while doing so, though maybe the tank's a little less fast. Speed Freaks has a really fun and enjoyable gameplay loop that just keeps you coming back for more. Each match isn't too long, with plenty of action, simple but clear objectives, and really fast respawn timers so that you get right back into the action ASAP. There's a scoreboard to keep track of each game, as well as a counter that shows up when somebody crumps or kills you. This counter shows how many times they've crumped you versus how many times you've crumped them. I really like this as a feature, honestly, as it kind of incentivizes you to play better and potentially even creates a sort of nemesis for you, looking for the person that's crumped you the most. As I mentioned, there are 2 game modes so far. The first is Death Rally, an attrition style game mode where each team gains points based on the time spent on the objective. Second is Kill Convoy, a mashup between Payload Escort and Capture the Flag, where each team's stomper races to the end and teams must slow the opposing team's stomper by picking up and driving bombs to them, all while trying to not get crumped along the way. With each match being relatively short, and gameplay feeling really satisfying, with superb sound design I will add, I didn't find myself getting bored of the game in my playtime so far, honestly. Also, with the challenge system, there are daily tasks for Battle Pass XP, as well as vehicle-specific challenges to unlock free cosmetics, which helps give specific goals to work towards outside of match objectives. When it comes to what I like or maybe dislike, I love the design of the game, both visual and audio-wise. The visuals are spot-on renditions of the vehicles from the tabletop game, so much so that I could honestly believe they just used the same digital models, and the sound design is just so immersive and satisfying, from the gunshots and the rockets to the Orc announcer talking on key events, like when a bomb is picked up in Kill Convoy, or when a new capture point spawns in Death Rally. As an Orc appreciator myself, they are my personal favourite faction in Warhammer 40k, I must admit. This game is just wonderful, really scratches the itch for more Orc content in the universe. Another thing I like is that I can already see, from not playing too much yet, that there is a potential for a high skill ceiling when it comes to team play in this game. It is more than just drive around and shoot things, although you can, of course, play like that and it's perfectly enjoyable. But there are also potential synergies between vehicle types acting as supportive, tanky or scout classes depending on their abilities. Also, there is the passing mechanic with the bomb and kill convoy that I know could definitely open up some opportunities for strong coordinated team play strategies when you party up with some friends, and you could definitely get that to work pretty well. Also, another thing to keep in mind is that the game is absolutely free to play, something especially uncommon when it comes to Warhammer titles, and a great way of bringing in players and potentially welcoming to the Warhammer community in general. So is there anything I don't like about the game? Honestly, I can't really think of much. If you're not a fan of racing games, this might not be the game for you, and it is very much aimed at the niche of not only Warhammer fans, but also specifically Orc fans, Orcs of the 40k universe even more specifically, of which I'm proud to be one, of course. But if that's not for you, then I could see how such a heavy thematic choice might turn you off. But also, with it being a free game, it doesn't cost anything to try, and honestly, it's a lot of fun. So I would definitely recommend it if you think you may even slightly like it. The barrier to entry is low, and you can have fun even if you're not amazing, which is definitely something to note. I think all I want additionally for the game would be more vehicles, maybe? There are some in the tabletop game that aren't in the video game yet. They could add the truck, the war bike, maybe a grot tank too, and a battle wagon. That could be sick. As well as maybe some customization for your orc, like some cosmetics, maybe some armor styles or warband patterns. This could affect in-game stats, but honestly I'd be perfectly happy with it just to be cosmetic too. And also, this game did just come out a couple of days ago into alpha, and I can see them adding this stuff in the future if it continues to do well. Oh, and also, as a side note, maybe they could add a third game mode, like a team deathmatch could definitely work easily with this current format. Or another idea could be like Orcs versus another faction in a siege type game mode, similar to Star Wars Battlefront's Galactic Assault game mode. Of course, with the limitations of it being vehicles only, to stick to the driving theme of this one. I may be getting ahead of myself there, dreaming about a Battlefront style Warhammer game. That would be sick. So final thoughts. Since this game is free, and I've had an absolute blast playing it so far, I honestly can't think of a reason to not try it, if you have the means to, and think you may even slightly enjoy it. If you're already a Warhammer fan, and especially an Orc one, this game is packed full of content you may recognise. And if you're not already familiar with it, this is a rare free game that may introduce you to the franchise. I'm going to try this thing going forward as well, where I had this idea to make like a tier list of all the games that I want to make TMIs on. And while I will just start with this one, the aim is to create a tier list of games that people should try, or maybe not try, completely based on my own opinion, of course. And definitely don't take that as gospel. But if you're interested in what I think, then I want to make that and share it with you all in the description, on the off chance that you're maybe looking for something to play. So to start with, we'll add Warhammer 40,000 Speed Freaks to this list. I think definitely an S tier, with a definite recommendation. But yeah, that concludes this. I hope you've enjoyed the first episode of TMI. Just to let me know in the comments what you want me to look at next time, what you thought about this game if you managed to try it out. Also, I've got another video coming out soon on this game that's more gameplay focused if you'd want to see more gameplay before you try, or want to see that anyway. Either way, I hope to see you there. But yeah, that's all for now. I hope you all enjoyed the video. Make sure to like it if you did, and subscribe if you like to help out the channel. And with that, I hope you all have a wonderful whatever time of day it is, and I'll see you in the next one. Ta-ra!